What's up, y'all? I'm Carina Barrios, and I'm here to answer some questions with Sounds of the Future.
I love you, 508.
I'm Carina Barrios. I'm 27. I'm from South Jersey. I'm a singer. I sing pop and R&B music. I've been making music for a while now. I've always loved music ever since I was young. Did like school plays, talent shows, all that. And then when I was 14, I auditioned to be on this tour when Vine was really big. Like a few of the guys that got really popular off of Vine or whatever, they went on this tour and they had auditions to be like openers. So I auditioned and I made it. So it was pretty cool. I was like 14, 15. It was about like a year that I did it. Like on the weekends, I would go travel in Philly, Jersey, New York, like the tri-state area. But it was dope. That was the first time I recorded at a professional studio and all that. So yeah, ever since then, I've just been pursuing music. I love it. You can check out my stuff on Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff. No, like I will say I'm happy that I've kind of tried to pursue music at a young age because it did allow me to learn a lot, you know? I worked with different people like throughout the years, but that very first experience of like being on tour and just like nobody knew who I was, you know? I was just this young girl singing for all these other young girls. And I remember some of the shows I did even do like a meet and greet myself and nobody even knew like me, but like it was crazy. And I don't know, that was the first time I guess my brain like I accepted. I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. Like, you know, I can learn a lot from this. So, but yeah, and then like I went on to work with different people, learned a lot through all those processes. And yeah, like, and also juggling life in between. I feel like balance is a big thing when it comes to being an artist and pursuing this as a career. And yeah, there's so much I could talk about, but I feel like being independent serves me well right now. You know what I mean? I've learned a lot because when I was younger, I always thought like you need to be signed. You need to have a deal to one of these major record labels in order to make it. And I feel like that's how it used to really be though. That's what it was. But now with social media, it doesn't always have to be like that. I feel like you can, if you're able to create your own community and really like have fans and you know what you're doing and yes, still have like a team behind you, but it doesn't have to be like a whole record label. You can make a way and you can find a way to make money and also own your rights, decide what you want to do. But yeah, I feel like when I was younger, I definitely felt that you had to be signed in order to like even get some type of traction or anything like that. So learned my lesson with that too. I definitely feel like social media has like taken away the art form of music, and I think it's also saturated the industry of like who is an artist and who is not. I think it's really awesome that a lot of people have like the courage to start creating music and posting stuff or whatever, but it's like understand that there's a business behind all of this. Everything is very strategic and like, there needs to be a plan put in place. And yeah, I think like as far as the art form is sometimes like people also copy a lot of people on social media. We see a lot of the same things and it's because people just tend to like it, not that it's coming from like a real, pure place of like having this passion to make music and create art out of like your experiences, and the expression of how you say stuff on a dope ass beat, So like, so yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I kind of wish that like things were the old way, like where you just really have pure talent and you create something and people just appreciate it and somehow, some way, there's a community built around it. But yeah, I think social media is also a really awesome tool to use because without Instagram, honestly, like I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have had a lot of the opportunities that I have had. You have to use it as a tool because it is something that's like here now. So I think what makes me different than other artists, other people, like in general, is that they're not Carina Barrios. Like, um, and they're not any other artist either. Like, that's something that I so truly believe in. I have a song called One of One, and I really do. I think our individuality like makes us so special, and none of us are the same. And like our differences need to be embraced, especially if they're coming from like good intention. And so I think that is a factor on what makes me different too, because I understand that, you know, and I want to motivate others to understand that. Like, but yeah, I just try to be authentic. I like to share my stories in my music, but I also like to add some sass because like I get that a lot too. That I'm crazy, I got an attitude, but whatever, I don't care. But I'm sweet at the end of the day. So that's how my music feels, I feel like. Of course, I want girls mostly like, you know, to relate, but guys can relate to my music too. It's not always from like a feminine point of view, but I want the world to be able to relate. But at the end of the day, I am a girl, so I'm for the girls, you know? But yeah, I don't know. I want everyone to just understand that like you truly are one of one. There is no one like you. So you have to really like embrace that and figure out what you are able to bring to the table as an individual. So yeah, and I love to help others. So I like Jersey. Honestly, I feel like some people are like, Jersey sucks. Da, 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 da. I'm like, nah. I grew up in South Jersey, like 20 minutes outside of Atlantic City. So, you know, I'd be at the beach. Like during the summer, it's always nice down there. You're outside, there's a lot of nature. I basically grew up on a blueberry farm. My grandfather owned 16 acres of blueberries, which I think is like super cool. But yeah, and so I have a big family. I'm close to my family too. That is something that definitely shaped me, like, and who I am today. Without them, I would not be me for sure. I have a lot of cousins and stuff too, you know, that I'm close with. So, you know, being close to my family, learning like family values, morals, having certain like traditions set in place, you know, you look forward to that. That's things that are like make you core to who you are. And I feel like some people don't have that, and it's a shame, but that's when you have the opportunity to create that. But yeah, so that definitely played like a big part on who I am. My grandparents are, besides my mom's mom, everybody else, my other grandparents are all immigrants. So that's a really cool thing too. I'm Puerto Rican, Korean, and Italian. And so yeah, like, you know, just seeing them, I am close to them. And just knowing their stories too, like makes me inspired and makes me want to follow my dreams because they took the leap of like coming to America and making a better life for them, you know? And honestly, they did well. Like, so yeah, that pushes me to be like a good fucking person and be who I am. So I think yeah, my family definitely does support me at the end of the day. But they definitely question it at times, you know, especially at first, because like I'm from South Jersey. I ended up moving to North Jersey like 4 years ago because honestly, I started freelance modeling. That's what brought me up to North Jersey, closer to New York. And I started, you know, like getting booked often. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just move up here. That's where the money is, opportunity, whatever. I've always been an artist, but like it was just something else that I decided to pick up. I love to be on the camera, and it allowed me to network a lot too. I met a lot of other artists, producers, directors, and models and like friends, you know, throughout just doing that. So I started like releasing my own singles and stuff. And yeah, I think that's when my family was like, okay, like maybe she can do this, you know, like she is meeting certain people and like, you know, on set, whatever. And yeah, I've always been dedicated to what I do too. I make sure that I do always like have a plan. I'm constantly like organizing stuff. So I like to execute stuff. So yeah, and I think my family over time has seen that, and they do believe, but it's just like, they're so traditional at the end of the day, so there's always things that are said from time to time. But I believe in me, so they have to believe in me. And they love me, so they will. So I would say like mostly I would hear a beat first. Like, I don't know, it's two things usually. Like sometimes I'm just on my own on YouTube listening to beats because I'm trying to write a song, you know? And then sometimes I'll take that beat, bring it to the studio, and I'll have the producer recreate it, honestly, because I do like using like original beats. I love sitting down with a producer, starting something from scratch and just like building from the bottom up, you know? And then yes, like I'll find a melody and then the lyrics will come. Like sometimes I kind of know the idea or the direction that I want to go in. Sometimes I don't, and we just kind of figure it out, you know, like every session is a little bit different, but yeah, I don't know, like sometimes I just have like ideas, and sometimes there'll be like lyrics already that I want to say. Like I have notes and like my voice notes too on my phone. I have like certain little things that sometimes I think of, or like melodies that come in my head. And then I'll like kind of piece it together. So, but I would say the creation of every song I have definitely was a little bit of a different process. It's never like exactly the same. I'm striving for greatness. No, but facts though, I really am. And I'm just striving to like be happy and you know, be able to do what I love and yes, make a living from it. Like, you know, I'm not expecting to be this billionaire trillionaire. Do I think I am capable of doing that? Yes. But like, if you expect things, you're going to be disappointed. So I'm just enjoying this journey of like doing what I love, taking the opportunities that come to me, but also finding them. Because I think that that's a big thing too. Like, especially when you are an independent artist, you don't have a team working behind you. Like, I personally don't have a manager or anything. So like, you know, you got to do what you got to do your research, educate yourself, reach out to people, because there is so many artists nowadays on social media that unfortunately, if you're not reaching out or really doing your thing, ain't nobody gonna find you. Like, ain't nobody gonna reach out to you. So you have to like reach out to them and stand out, you know? So just a little tip. But yeah, for the future, like I just plan on releasing music, finding more people who relate and like enjoy, you know, and support me, because whoever supports me, I try to support right back. You know, that's a very important thing. Like, to give is to receive. So, but yeah, I have a show coming up that I'm personally very excited for, and like did a lot of planning to put together. April 5th, I'm headlining the One of One Experience down in South Jersey. I'm throwing the show like where I'm from to put on for my people, to have my friends and family come out, and like, you know, the group of creatives that I do know down in South Jersey, trying to do something for them as well, because there's not much stuff going on down there, you know? So I want to be remembered as like sunlight, honestly, as sunshine, you know? Like anybody that I bring my presence around, I try to like give them positive vibes and uplift them and help them in any way that I can, you know? Like, and also just like be good vibes. Like at the end of the day, like I think people need to understand that human connection is so important. It's all we really have. Like, you know, love is everything. When you're just genuine and you go into things like just like being authentic and yourself, like then life is a lot better. That's what I truly believe. So I want to help others believe that and understand that, and like also make them reach their like better potential of themselves. Because I've learned a lot through like not being the best version of myself. So that's how I want to be remembered. Like whoever I do touch and meet and like have that connection with through my music, through meeting who I am, like whatever it may be. Yeah, I just want them to like be like, damn, she made me smile. Like she made me laugh. That's Carina Barrios. So that's usually how it goes. So yeah. Yeah, well, I just dropped the single on Friday, like a few days ago. It's called Do It For Me. Go check it out. My show, I have a show March 22nd, which is like this Saturday coming up. I'm in Eatontown, New Jersey. And then my show April 5th, the One of One Experience in Violin at the Tequila Nightclub. Make sure y'all get your tickets. And then I have a feature coming out the end of March. And yeah, there's a lot of things to come, so stay tuned. The advice for the audience is believe in yourself. Like, I know it sounds so cliche, everybody says it at the end of the day, but if you don't believe in you, like, ain't nobody else gonna believe in you, and it's some real shit. I'm sorry, but it is. Like, the moment you have that confidence within yourself, you are able to do certain things. You know, like, you have to believe in yourself, number one. And then you really do have to create a plan. You have to understand what it is that you're trying to pursue, how you're going to do it, educate yourself a little bit, like, you know, and put a plan in play. Follow those steps so you constantly have something to look forward to as well. And don't be afraid to meet people. Don't be afraid to reach out to people. It's super important. And just keep doing your thing, man. Don't stop for anybody. Don't listen to any negativity, because it's always gonna be there. Just believe in yourself and keep pushing. You are one of one.
I love you, 508.